Let's talk about thrash, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about... So I've been getting quite a few requests for thrash lessons recently, especially on Instagram, so I thought I would cover a few techniques. So on this lesson we're going to cover various different things, so muted tremolo picking, alternate picking, down picking, galloping, harmony, all that sort of stuff. So for this lesson you'll need a guitar, a pick, an amp, a distortion pedal, some fingers, some ears, all the usual stuff. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Holy Wars riff. Which you probably know. So this covers various different techniques. So first of all, actually before we start, just a little word on the picks. This is what I'm using today, one of these, which is it's now on the floor, which is a Tortex 3, quite a sharp pick. I'll stick it in front of my little bald head so you can see the tip a little bit easier. Quite a sharp pick. I find that I get a better pick attack. Rounded picks are easier to play in terms of faster and bouncing off the strings, but I find I get a better sound with these slightly sharper picks. To be fair, I use different pick all the time, so this isn't the pick that I'm exclusively using. I do use different picks all the time, but I do find for metal, slightly thinner and sharper gives a better tone. Anyway, so this Holy Wars riff, it covers hammering on, pulling off, it covers playing notes muted, playing notes unmuted, covers power chords and all sorts. So you probably know the riff. If you don't, I'm just going to take you through it. So we've got on the A string, we're going to play 5 to 7, and that's unmuted. Then muted on the bridge for the bottom string, and we're going to play 3 notes on the bottom string open. Then we're going to do a pull off, 10 to 7 on the A. And then we've got 8 muted open bottom string note. Then we've got 5, 7 on the A, and then 3 open bottom string. Repeat that. Sorry, so we're going to play 5, 7, open bottom string 3 times. 5 to 7 on the A, open bottom string 4 times. Then power chord 5, 6. Then we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to play 8 on the A to 7 of the bottom. Repeat that. And then we're going to play 2 on the A down to 3 of the bottom string. Then 5 to 7 of the A. 10 to 7 on the A, and then I think we play the open bottom string 6 times, and then a power chord on 7, open bottom string 4 times, fret 6, open bottom string 4 times and fret 5, and then fret 2 of the A, power chord 3, 2 of the bottom string. So now let's do that whole riff slowly. Okay, so I just realised I explained that last bit slightly wrong, because when you're trying to break something fast down and play it slow, sometimes it's hard getting it into your head. So that last section So we've got 6 on the bottom string to fret 7 of the bottom string, then 4 to 6, then double twice on the bottom string, and then 5, open bottom string up to 7, and then hit that note again, and then 2 on the A, 3 on the bottom string, 2 on the bottom string, and then back into. So that's the first riff, and as I say, anytime you're playing an open bottom string, you are muting it on the bridge. The rest of the time you're not muting. So you've got to get used to taking your palm off the bridge and on the bridge. So that is the first riff. So next up we have the Blackened riff by Metallica. So the main technique here is down picking, because this riff, other than that little section, is all down picked. So we're starting off with an open bottom string to fret 7 of the A, and again we're muting the bottom string here and not muting the A string. And we're going to play that twice. Then open bottom string again, then 7, 8, 7, then open bottom string, 7 on the A, open bottom string, then 7 on the A, 8 of the D, 7 of the A, back to the bottom string, so that's slowly, then open bottom string, and 7 on the A, and I think that's 3 times. Yeah. And then open bottom string, and then on the A string, 7, 8, 7. Slide all the way down to 1. And then on the bottom string, 2, 3. On the A, 2. And then 3, 3 on the A. And then fret 1 of the bottom string. You're not going to play the open as part of that riff, because the next open note is again the first note of the next part of the riff. So now the second part, we're going to do the same thing, but instead of playing 7, 8 of the D and 7, we're going to play 7 of the A and 6 of the bottom string. So slowly. Okay, and then put those two together. And that is the Blackened riff. As I say though, the final note of the riff is the first fret of the bottom string, the F here, not the open. Okay, and that is that riff, and as I say, all of that is down picked, with the exception of those last notes down the bottom here. now we've got some Slayer, and we are going with the Raining Blood riff. Now, this is the gallop, which is down, up, down. Now, there are different ways of playing this. You can play it the way I just did it, so every gallop is started with a down pick. Or you can play it down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, I think the more traditional thrash way of doing it, and also to build up endurance and stamina in your forearm, is to do it with a down pick. And that will build up strength and endurance in your right hand and your right forearm, should I say. So then we've got that little section. So we're going to play open bottom string 2 and 4, 4 of the A, and then 3-2 on the D, 3-2 on the A. And that is Raining Blood. So now we have Nuclear Assault, Critical Mass, and the technique here is playing fast power chords. And you'll notice as well, this is all down picked. So the riff starts off with power chords on the bottom string, or the bottom 2 strings, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then not muted. Then I'm going to mute on the bottom string and play it open 3 times. 2nd fret of the bottom string, unmuted. Bottom string 3 times muted. And then the change here is 5, 4, 5, 8, 7 on the A string. So slowly that part. Then we go into the main section. So after we've played here, we're going to play open bottom string. So I'm just trying to get the rhythm in my head slowly because it's so different to playing it fast. So it's twice. So twice on the bottom string. And then we're going to play 4, 3 on the bottom string. Open bottom string muted 3 times. Fret 2, power chord, and then open bottom string muted 3 times. And then back to the A string, 5, 4, 5, 8, 7. So from the start, and then from here, and that is that riff. Next up we have Angel of Death by Slayer, and the technique here is hammering and pulling off and playing between muted and unmuted notes. Also includes moving across 3 different strings. So the first riff, or the main part of the riff, hammer and pull off on the A string, 7, 8, 7, open bottom string 6 times, then 6, 7, 6, open bottom string once, 5, 6, 5 on the A, open bottom string once, 4, 5, 4, then back up to 7, 8, 7, open bottom string twice. Then we've got this section. So on the bottom string, 6, 7 on the A, onto the D, 6, 5, onto the A, 6, 7, 8, 8 of the D, onto the bottom string, 9, 10 of the A, and then 9, 8 of the D. So slowly. Okay, so I'll show you the other guitar as well. So the main part is exactly the same. Open bottom string twice. Then on the A, 8 of the A, 9 of the D, 8, 7 of the G. Onto the D again, 8, 9, 10, 9 of the G, and then 10 of the A, 11 of the D, and then 10, 9 of the G. So slowly. And one more time. And that is that riff there. So Tired and Red by Sodom. So the technique here is tremolo picking but on muted strings, which is very different feel wise to tremolo picking on unmuted strings. And the pattern is really simple. It's open bottom string, 2 of the A up to 3 of the A, and then open bottom string, 2 of the A and 1 of the A. And as I say, we are muting this whole thing. And it's as simple as that. So as with all of these riffs, if you're struggling at the tempos, take the tempo right back, get the technique right, and put the tempo up. So next up is Tornado of Souls, and the technique is muted downpicking but on power chords rather than on single notes. And it feels totally different to just playing downpicked muted notes on single strings. So we got fret 2 of the A, bottom string, fret 2, bottom string, fret 3, open bottom string, back onto 2, 3, then open A, and then back onto 2 of the A string. There is another part to this riff, but we're not going to do that because there are too many breaks where you're not constantly downpicking in that second part. So we're just going to go round and round that first section of the riff. So again, slowly. 5 minutes of playing that and picking it hard at speed, you're going to feel that in your forearms. It's a good one to practice. So the last technique is harmony, and we're going to play Terrorzone by Kreator. Now there are 3 guitar parts. So you've got the power chords, and then you've got the melody with the harmony. So let's go through that. I'm not going to tell you what harmonies are being used on every single note, but what I will do is make the tab available. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. So, starting with 2 to 4 on the G, 5 of the B, 4, 5 of the G, 3 of the B, 5, 4 of the G, and play that twice. Then onto the D, 5 open, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, and then 5 of the A, 3 of the A, open A, 2, 3 of the A, 5, 3, 2, and then 3 of the bottom string, and that's the main one that goes continually through. And that goes over those power chords. And then we've got the harmony. So what happens, we've got one guitar playing those chords all the way through, then another guitar part is playing that part continually, and then the harmony guitar alternates between a lower harmony and a higher harmony. So I don't think these are 100%, I think they're about 99%, but some of the notes right at the end I wasn't 100% sure on. But it goes like this. That's the first one. So we've got on the bottom string 5, 7, 7 of the A, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5 on the A string. So then we do exactly the same, but the last note is going to be 8 of the bottom string instead of 5 of the A. Then onto the A, 5, bottom string, 7, 8, onto the A, 5, 7, 5, and then 8, 7 of the bottom string, then 5, 1, 3, 5, all on the bottom, and then on the bottom string 1, 5, 3, 7. So slowly that one. Then we've got that's the lower harmony. The next harmony is 7 of the D to 9 of the G, and then up to 10 of the B. Then back onto the G, 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, repeat that, then 7 of the G, 9, 10 of the D, 7, 9 of the G, 7, back onto the D, 10, 9, 7 of the D, 8, 10 of the A, 7 of the D, and then 8 of the A, 7 of the D, and then 10 of the A, 9 of the D, and then you just finish with the A. So slowly that whole thing. And as I say, I'll put the tab out so you can analyse the harmony and see where the different harmonies are. So I think that's covered pretty much all of the techniques I wanted to cover. So down picking single notes, down picking power chords, muted, muted tremolo picking, hammers and pull-offs, galloping, harmony, melody, etc. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you did, make sure you give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.